Hello and welcome to the Lizzy Greene Labonte 18th birthday after party. This is the first time I've ever gone live on YouTube legitimately. I mean, so I don't know who's gonna come in here and join the party, but here let me do a little TikTok post to like warn people like Ward Burton. Who's all here? Who's all here? The Lizzy Greene birthday after party. I got to be careful with the choice of songs because, I don't want to get a copyright strike and all this other bullshit YouTube enforcement puts out there. I mean, they're not as bad as on Twitter, but still, they're pretty bad. Social media enforcement in general is bad, period. How do you see who's in the chat with you? Oh, hello, everybody. Seb, Plate Crab, Carlos. Unlike most YouTubers who are like way more popular than me, I'm actually going to try to read everybody's comments. I just can't play too many songs, though. I was going to do that, but I don't want to get monetized. Like, well, however the fuck you say it, but I do not want to get copyrighted. You know what I'm saying? Hello, Drew. Your name kind of reminds me of Drew Hill, the rapper who did Wild Wild West by Will Smith. Yeah, Will Smith. He sampled Stevie Wonder, I wish. There's a first time for everything, Playing Crab. Oop, that was my TikTok. Okay, we're going to promote this shit on TikTok. All right, we're going live on my YouTube channel for the Labonte 18th birthday after party of the GOAT, Elizabeth Ann Greene. Be there and subscribe. Mark Oliveras Enterprises. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Happy birthday, Lizzie. All right, we're going live on my YouTube channel for the Labonte 18th. Okay, so I'm promoting it on TikTok. It's going up there. Fuck them. That's an Alex Trebek kind of fuck him, because there's clips of him on YouTube saying stuff like that weren't even popular until he passed away on my uncle's birthday, which is my dad's brother. You're welcome. And I was like an Alex Trebek type salute. I do a lot of Alex Trebek things nowadays to like honor his legacy, but I'll never touch newer Jeopardy episodes because I always prefer the older ones that I saw in syndication as a kid on Channel 5 on ABC here, and Channel 4 in Detroit, which was an NBC affiliate in Michigan, and of course the classic reruns on GSM. Oh, Carlos? Yeah, I'm had a great day today. If not for my dad, I wouldn't have been feel to have a good day as I have today. Okay, so I'm sorry if I'm not talking for a few minutes. I gotta post this on TikTok and go follow it. At Mark Oliveras 021594. And I'm blowing up on there. I'm almost at 10K. Carlos says Tony Parker or Manu. Good question. Hey, JPS Racing. Yeah, I saw the truck race tonight. Did you? KFB win after all that craziness. I thought Zane had it there until Stuart Friesen spun off turn 2. And I thought Haley was going to get a top 10 till that last caution. Yeah, I'm sorry about the crickets. I get a habit of it and then I don't realize I'm doing it. This is going to end at 2:15. The earliest would be 1:30, 1:45. So enjoy it while we can. Yeah, Haley did do well tonight. She could have finished, what I'm saying is she could have finished higher if there was no caution on that first overtime restart, where I think Zane could have won that race. And there's 8 viewers in here. Some left, but that doesn't faze me because I know not everybody's going to like you. I learned that growing up. Okay, I got Coke right here. I got Coke. I got 2 16 ounces. I got Michael Jordan or LeBron James. Well, there's 2 different generations, so I don't see why people don't realize you can't compare them both in the different generations, but they're both great in their own way. So therefore, I'm never making that argument ever again, whether who's better between the two. All right, we're going live on my YouTube. Yeah, that's my That's my TikTok I just made. That's my TikTok. Oh shit. Oh come on, you know I played that. Who's pretty obvious who I'm going to choose to play crab. Timothy Theodore Duncan, who in 2 weeks I'm going to go to see get inducted into the Hall of Fame instead of watching this sorry ass organization being the San Antonio Spurs. Matter of fact, I'm not even going to bother watching that game tomorrow. Fuck this team. Because I can't take any more of this frustration, anger, and stress that they've given me this portion of the season after we started it so well. Hell no. Because even if we do make it, we're gonna get Curry's gonna sweep the floor all over us. So it's if we make the play, it's automatically a good game because Curry's gonna like annihilate us like Anna Akana if we make it. I don't like the NFL, JPS, so hell no. Hell no. Okay, I'm also trying to upload this to Instagram. Right, Monica, Maddie, and John loved that. Right, so let's talk about part 2. That's a glitch on my phone, so ignore that. That's a glitch on my phone. I don't know why my fucking phone does that shit. All right, okay, I can't post to Instagram right now. I just tagged somebody, but I have plenty of time in this stream to this after party to post it later. Because it's Instagram bullshit is where once you tag someone, you can't tag them for at least maybe a maximum of 40 to 50 plus minutes, which is stupid because it used to be where you could tag people within any regardless of time span. It used to be where you could make a post and then 10 minutes later you can tag people on another post. That's bullshit. Chef Boyer. Oh yeah, I saw your comment on TikTok. Welcome. Now this shit's gonna blow up. So let me see here. I'm also going to watch some YouTubers, fellow. I do this a lot off camera where I watch other YouTubers, and their content. So I do not, or should I not do that? To get I don't want to get modded. I don't want to get sniped by YouTube enforcement. Mitchell Wolford. Yep, I had no idea until now. Well, you learn something new every single day. You know what? I don't want to risk getting a sound infraction from YouTube enforcement, so I'm not going to play other YouTubers' videos. I want to okay, what song am I going to play that's not going to get monetized? No requests. I'm not going to take those, so don't even try to put song recommendations in here because I have my own playlist that I choose from. Even if I did take requests, we got to be careful because I don't want YouTube enforcement to snipe us with their shitty system. There are some songs that actually make me go down memory lane during my early days here, and my days on Sandhurst. If the Spurs closed the team, what team would you vote for? Well, if here's what I would say. If they ever move from San Antonio to another city, I would still support the team regardless of location. So let's leave it at that. This is risky what I'm doing here. So therefore, yeah. Okay, somebody asked me this already. Tony Parker, I'm Ron. I don't think I answered them. So who asked me? Carlos, I'm sorry, but you're getting answered. Let me see here. I would say Manu because he never missed the playoffs. While Parker missed one because he left for Charlotte, since he didn't want to come off the bench behind DeJounte Murray. That's what I'm saying too, Carlos. We're not going to win the playing game if we make it. So therefore, that's just going to add more stress, anger, and frustration to my blood pressure. I don't talk about my height on any social media. I've never felt comfortable with that. So, to those of you who ask me what my height is, I'll never reveal that. I only reveal it to people I know personally, like who I know closely. Like if I'm willing to answer it, I never talk about it on social media. I never been to South America, but I remember telling everybody a story on TikTok where I lived in Mexico for a whole year from August 2001 to June 2002. Basically, the whole 2001-2002 season where Parker was a rookie and Duncan was league MVP for the first of 2 years he won it. So therefore, like I said, I never got to see that NBA season, and I didn't get to see the 2001-2002 Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune season. Yeah, and I actually met Duncan, as you guys have seen. Luckily, I got to meet him before he actually hung it up. It was my 14th year as a fan, and it was my his 14th year in the league. And where me and my dad were glad if anyone was hurt, it was not him; it was Parker. LeBron or Curry, no comment on there because Cleveland fans would kill me if I ever made the wrong choice. Because I'm from here. I've been asked this on TikTok a lot. I've described this in a video so many times. I'm getting ready to celebrate. I'm getting ready to go crazy, and my dad's bracing himself because he knows how crazy I get whenever I see a victorious sports moment. But then when the fraud missed the free throws and he hit that clutch, I said, "Dad, settle down. We lost this game. There's no way we're gonna pull this out in overtime. So you can relax now." And I just graduated high school too. Okay, my favorite NASCAR driver of all time. I have two of them. One I only got to see for one race in 199 laps. Ralph Dale Earnhardt Sr., the driver of the number 3 GM Goodwin Service Plus Chevrolet Monte Carlo for Richard Childress Racing. And then after he was gone, 2 years later, I started rooting for Kyle Petty, the number 45 Georgia Pacific Brawny Dodge Intrepid for his own race team, Petty Enterprises. Oh yeah, time for his old bitch ass to go. It's like he doesn't give a shit. Like with all the mistakes we make, especially when he wanted to go for a lob instead of a three to win it when we during that 32-point choke job. Like I wish we could give Becky the keys already, or that Tim never left the coaching staff so he could, maybe they could steer this team back in the right fucking direction. There's like nowadays, whenever I talk about the Spurs, it's like anger. It's like anger because like I've never been so angry with this team. I've never been so angry with this team. Who do you got winning the final this year? I don't give a shit as long as it's not Brooklyn. Even if LeBron wins his fifth and ties Duncan, I wouldn't even be phased. Like I would have been if I was like 19 or 20 or something like that. Okay. Kevin Sturtevant was. What was your reaction blowing the 3-1 lead? I know what you meant, but yeah. Oh my goodness, we got a celebrity in here. Too quick from Lab Rats. We got a Lab Rats character in here, Kyle. It sucks that I never finished that season of Lab Rats fanfics. I would have thrown him in there. So subscribe to Too Quick. Link is in the description. He's in here. He's in here. I'm doing great, even though the Spurs have really been making me really, really angry. Just like they did last year. But to answer Kevin's question, I was set when Draymond got suspended. The Cavs won the next game. I was set to be the not only non-Cavs fan in Cleveland, like on an island all by myself with my Spurs going home in the second round. And I didn't hear the end of it. I never heard the end of it. It's like people give me shit for being a Spurs fan living in Cavs territory. They did that in Michigan too, in Pistons territory, but it wasn't as bad. It wasn't as bad only because I was not born in Michigan. Yeah, Tatum did prove he was a freak of nature. I can't take away I can't take away anything he did. Anything he does. He's amazing. But yeah, Tristan, I'm doing amazing. I did follow your TikTok a long time ago, even though you never used that thing. We're going to start off with something smooth here. Please don't take this down, YouTube, for fuck's sake. Okay, there are these radio stations I used to listen to in Michigan, Ohio. Michigan was Smooth Jazz V98.7, and the one in Ohio here was 107.3 The Wave. That's what got me started on Smooth Jazz was V98 more than 107. And though I loved those stations so much. Oh, that's awesome, Tristan. That's very, very awesome. I can't believe you're 18 or 19, but either way, you're not small little Kyle anymore. You're not small Kyle no more. That's for damn sure. I wonder if Labrat's got Elite Force got a season 2 if he would have came back. Who knows? But like Paris Burrell hinted on Twitter, where I had to get a new Twitter page a day before COVID last year because Twitter enforcement sniped it. But like, what was I saying? Hold on, Zeno. Hold on. What was I saying? Oh yeah. Like Paris Burrell hinted on Twitter that like the 2 new characters were coming if there was season 2, and that might have been giving it away that Adam and Leo are gonna come back. Yeah, I don't have Song Surgeon full time, so I have to reset this thing. Okay. All right, Zeno, let me answer your question. Before, like when I was a kid, it was Kobe, and when I was a teen going into young adult, it was LeBron. Now it's James Harden. Because cheating McDouchebag. But not so much now because he's not with Houston no more. Because I haven't liked the Rockets since I was a kid. Yeah, Carlos. I mean, it was not as bad in Michigan because I was not born there. I was only there because my dad's job. That was the only reason why I was there. I never was born there to begin with. Air fryers in here. I like your name because that's what we used to cook things in here. But where'd you come from? Who do I think is the MVP? I've always paid more attention to big men than little guys, so I would say Nikola Jokic. Man, I said that backwards. But I feel sorry for Nuggets fans, even though I don't like Jamal Murray. I hate to see him go down like that because he killed us. He did kill us, like in the 2019 playoffs because we didn't have DeJounte. Oh my god! Oh my god! Yeah, I was happy when Dirk beat the Big Three because I felt sorry for Cavs fans when LeBron temporarily stabbed him in the back until he eventually came back after the ass beating we gave him in 2014. Well, guess what, Bryce? You're getting banned. Go fuck yourself. Haters gonna hate, motherfuckers. Haters gonna hate. Okay, Kobe season is here. I know you. Do you watch football? Hell fucking no. Fuck that. Oh, that atrocity of a sport. Overhyped and overrated as fuck. Yeah, I'm just scrolling through YouTube here. Hold on. You know what? I'll block this fucker later. I only listen to Latino and jazz music. That's my favorite kind of music. I don't listen to that kind of stuff, Cooper. I thought, okay, I'm not skipping over people's comments. I'm trying to read them all. What do I think this Spurs should do next year to be finals contenders again? Get rid of Rudy. That's the most important thing. Have Patty Mills pass the torch to Trey Jones the same way Robinson passed it to Duncan. Because I think Trey Jones, if he stays with us his whole career, he's going to get his number 33 retired, which I feel bad for Antonio Daniels and Boris Diaw. Thank you, Skylar. Trappy Goated said, what in the beginning, like let's say when they won in 2014, I was happy as hell because I hated Cavs fans more than the team itself. And then 2016, when when the NBA wouldn't shut up about them with the whole 73-9 bullshit. And then they ended the one home game they beat us, like when we almost went undefeated at home. Jay Luke is in here. All right, too quick. Tristan, thank you for coming. Follow my Twitter, by the way, at MarkAnthony0215. All right, whose question I was answering? Okay, Steph Curry, yeah. So when they beat us that one game at home and we almost went undefeated at home, that was the game where they ended the streak of beating the Warriors in San Antonio, regardless of building. That's what made me hate them for a while. But then when their dynasty ended, I began to appreciate them more. Well, Cooper, that's because I am Mark Oliveris. That's why. I'm streaming this on my computer, Cooper. Pelicans, I would say, because that's lesser of two evils. We've beaten them twice this year, Lucas. Yeah, PC, because I'm not streaming it on my phone because that way I can do more stuff on the PC. Yeah, really funny, Ryan Carlin. Well, if DeMar walks away, I wouldn't be phased, Master, sir, because you know why? We're wasting away his talent here. We're wasting away the Kansas race. Oh, John, I remember I always said I was gonna skip that one. Well, it looks like I don't. Guess what? I don't have to because I saw my friend today that I wanted to see tomorrow. But if there's time after the race tomorrow, I'm going straight outside to fuck the Spurs game because I've never been so angry and frustrated with this team. I love them, but I love them, but you know, I'm not used to losing. I'm relatively young. I'm not used to all this shit. I was it was Mother's Day, and I knew we were in trouble. I knew our dynasty was going ready to go down the toilet when Parker got hurt in the second round and Zaza did the electric slide under Kawhi's ankle. But I knew our dynasty was going to come to an end, but I didn't know he was going to stab us in the back like that the next year. Favorite player that isn't on the Spurs? That's a tough one. But if I had to pick, I would say LaMelo because he played amazing against us when we beat him the day before my birthday during the Daytona 500 rain delay. Thank you, Skylar. Thanks for all the kind words. Ryan Carlin could stay as long as he doesn't get too inappropriate or nasty or mean. I'm good. Is the fizz is yeah. Thoughts on John Boy? I'm going over the comments I missed. He's a freak of nature. Did he recover from his injury? I remember him getting hurt and how sorry I felt. Okay, Jay Luke for the Kansas race. Out of spite, I hope it's Kyle Busch just because of the miscarriage he and Samantha had again this week and the fact that I met Kyle Busch's wife on pit road at MIS in June 2016 and actually shook her hand. She's a sweetheart, so I wish them nothing but the best. Okay, I mean, that wasn't too inappropriate, so you're good. Zeno, something? I thought we were going to take them down, I thought we were going to take the Warriors down, getting us Powell, and as long as Duncan didn't hang it up. But either without Duncan, we still almost did, but then the electric slide happened. Yes, he did. Carlos, yes, he did. He faked an injury and forced to trade and hid from official. So I was looking at all these articles on Twitter on my old account back in the day when that story was developing. And I remember when I got home from my own basketball game the night the Raptors came in to play the Spurs, I came running down here in excitement, turned on the TV. I got my Coke out of the fridge, and what did I do? I went in the mirror in the bathroom and sung my own Flirting with Disaster parody. I'm balling on the court. I'm flirting with disaster. I got the pedal to the floor, and it is Raptors Destruction or something like that. I can't remember exactly how the song went, but it was fucking funny. And on my old Twitter account, it blew up. That video blew up. You know what? To be fair, like the whole Jordan or LeBron thing, let me say this: the top three goats are MJ, Kobe, and LeBron for sure. But if I had to add a fourth, whether it's a Spurs fan or not, Duncan, because he's basically the Michael Jordan at power forward, and he never gets talked about in the GOAT conversation just because he was never flashy. And I mean, I'm not flat. I mean, I'm flat. I mean, I'm not Tim Duncan by any means. I'm not like non-flashy, but like I just loved him just because. Just because, and I talked about how I became a Spurs and Tim Duncan fan. Like it was Tim's rookie season. I was living on the house on West 122nd. Yep, this is the story of how I became a Spurs fan. I didn't get to see Vegas J. Lou because I was asleep. I was tired, but you know, I was living on the house on West 122nd during Tim's rookie year, sometime in the middle of '98, middle of the '98 season. That is. Back then, I used to love religious kid shows like Duncan the Donut Man, which was basically the Donut Repair Club. What was another one? Carmen Yo Kids, and that guy died the day after my birthday this year. Nobody said anything. Nobody said anything to me until like a few weeks ago, like in early April. And of course, I loved Veggie Tales. One day, I walked in on my Spurs watching a home game on. Walked in watching a Spurs home game on NBC. I just saw the word Tim Duncan. I saw the word Duncan on the back of the guy's white jersey. It was Tim Duncan, number 21, and then I just got hooked after that. That's how it happened. Oh, so yeah. I mean, Homestead had the same package too, and I saw that one. Even though it had like the low motor and big blade package, that actually was a good race. So I've always said, hopefully soon. I'm getting tired of this not giving a shit about the team anymore and the mistakes they make. I respect that opinion. Is I'm just gonna call you Is because I can't say your full name. Hey, Kobe dropped 81. Okay, Jay Luke, what was I saying? Oh yeah, Jay Luke. I think you might realize something. We learned something from the Monte Carlo 400 last fall at Richmond. It's not always a. That's my phone glitching again. I'm sorry. Go away. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. So Jay Luke, I think we learned something at the Monte Carlo 400 last year at Richmond. It's not always about 20 cautions, a dozen crashes, or an upset, or interest, or surprise winner to have a good race. Yeah. So that's what the Monte Carlo last year proved, and the Ford 400 this year proved. Yeah, tell me about it. If he had left with grace and dignity and it wasn't his choice to go, I would have been perfectly fine with it. But here's the thing, though. People shit on KD for leaving the Thunder the way he did, and we shit Kawhi for leaving the Spurs the way he did. At least he didn't do it like LeBron and like do it on live TV in front of the whole world. So I'll give him that. I'll give him that. But if he always stated something, some guy on TikTok mentioned this, and he's right. Like, what if, like, Kawhi did pull like a LeBron and decided to come back to like get us back to glory the same way LeBron came back to Cleveland? I'm not saying I want it to happen or something like that, or I don't want it to happen, but that's happened in the NBA before. Even Anderson Varejão's doing it. He's coming back to Cleveland to help the Cavs get back on track, even though he's not the same like player he once was. When my dad's side of the family would go to get Cavs games, while I was like at home watching San Antonio, like. Oh, based on what I just said, maybe if he actually wrote an apology, like, and really meant it, then of course, yeah. Oh yeah, Carlos, I agree. I love Pop, but the biggest mistake he ever made besides that, and like the whole putting Duncan on the bench in the closing seconds of Game 6 when we had the championship in our grasp. Having Bellinelli and Forbes on the team. Not only that, having Lonnie Walker and Keldon Johnson buried behind them in the bench. I mean, at least with Bryn Forbes, even though he bitches it up, he can shoot. But Bellinelli, old as fucking, couldn't do shit anymore. I'm still trying to find a smooth jazz song to play without getting fucking busted by copyright police. How do I feel about the Nuggets? We put up a big fight against them in 2019. I'm pretty sure we would have beat them if DeJounte would have hurt. Whoever I got for Rookie of the Year, I knew beginning of the season we drafted Vassell, he wasn't going to get it, but if he was starting and Blake was consistent every game, he would be up there competing for it. Yeah, he does. And Bellinelli used to bitch it up even worse. Not the first time he was with us, but the second time. And you know something about Bellinelli coming back that the year before, in 18-19? Crazy ass me thought he was going to pick up where he left off in 2015. But no, I was way wrong on that. Who is my favorite race car driver? Well, I already said my all time, but I'll tell you what. Not in 13, 14, and 14, 15, but yeah, in 18, 19, 19, 20 when he came back. Fuck yeah, he was. But Ryan Carlin, my favorite race car drivers now. I have so many of them. 3 of them are actually almost all got a top 10 tonight in the truck race. But if I had to pick 2 only, it would be the Dillon brothers, Austin and Ty. I've met Austin a total of 4 times, Ty 2. Tatum's game last night. That was amazing, but at the same time, very frustrating if you're a Spurs fan. Very fucking embarrassing. What did the other Luka do? Kobe dropped 81, whatever your real name is. How do I feel about the Warriors so far? I appreciate them now more than I did before. Oh, shut up, J. Luke. Fuck that guy. Fuck that guy. I'm glad his ass didn't win. His reckless bitch ass didn't win tonight. Oh my goodness. Luke, you want to talk about my Luka? Well, that Luka's a freak of nature. Maybe one day that Luka will reach that level. Who knows? How did I react to McGrady's 13 points in 33? Well, I was 10, about to be 11. And I was that was the worst 33 seconds of my life. Do they got a chance to win the title when Clay comes back? Not the same as before, but they can contend. I don't know if they'll win, but I know they'll contend again. I was actually rooting for the Sixers to win that series because, it was Kawhi against his old San Antonio teammates from the 15-16 season, Boban and Jay Sims. And then Boban's still here, thankfully, in the league, but Jay Sims just fucking disappeared off the face of the earth. Air fryer, did you make a mistake in the spelling? What just happened? Oh, here's a good song, but I have to turn it down a little bit. I don't want to get busted by the YouTube YouTube copyright police. Okay, here we go. Yep, Dave Kozlov is on the way. Detroit's home for smooth jazz. V98.7. I fucking miss that station so much. Who's the one NBA player that fell off hard? Please, YouTube copyright police, don't do this shit. I see. I'm trying to think. I know who did. It actually might surprise you. Shaq, because he was okay in Phoenix and Cleveland, but when he got to Boston, oh my goodness, he was awful. He wasn't the same. He wasn't the same at all. I just said that, Carlos. I just explained that story. Maybe you should pay attention. Oh, J. Luke, that's a good one. Okay, Kevin Lewis, fuck off. Who's my favorite center of all time? Definitely not Hakeem. Fuck that guy because I don't like the cheating McDouchebags, Houston Rockets. Yeah, I remember he sat out at first half of the season, came back in the middle, and then fucked up his body, so he had to call it a career. Yeah, I grew up watching Shaq on the Lakers as a kid, and that was the only Laker I liked growing up as a Spurs fan. I had just moved into the Sandhurst house my grandparents gave to me in Brook Park. So I was downstairs on Facebook on my old Facebook account, and my mom, dad, and sister were upstairs watching it, and I came running upstairs to see what was going on. And I was 16 here, and Oh my god! But then I can't remember how what my family said, but they were surprised. They were surprised. And my family, my family, my mom's side, more my dad's side than my mom's side, they were angry on Facebook. My cousin Ken all go subscribe to him. He said, fuck LeBron, I hope he gets a career-ending injury. Like his words, not mine. I would never say that. My cousin Kenny was angry in the heat of the moment. Oh, Lizzy Greene is an actress who appeared on Nickelodeon's Nicky, Ricky, Dicky, and Don. And because I'm a huge Nickelodeon fan, I became a fan of hers. Especially when she appeared on John D. Beck and Ron Hart's Night Squad as like the evil whatchamacallit, the ghosting character. But then when she got cast on A Million Little Things, I found her there and I love that show, and I've actually befriended the whole cast, including the creator, DJ Nash. I knew he was going to the Heat. Well, I didn't know where the hell he was going to go. I could have cared less because I've always been a Spurs fan first, more than anything, no matter where I lived. I somehow got lucky to get the playoff games in 2002 in my bedroom TV. And when Robinson got hurt in game one against Seattle, we won it. But then when Duncan's dad died later in the series, and we had to play the whole game in Seattle, I think it was game four without Duncan or Robinson. We lost that game, and 8-year-old me actually went to bed crying. And then I woke up the next morning with a fucking raging ass headache from the crying I did the night before. I got the NBA playoffs games in Mexico on my bedroom TV, and the like NASCAR 2000 early 2002 races and on the other TVs. That was in my mom and dad's room in that house, and the living room that was up in the front. We were on the very top floor. It was a house with like multiple floors, like for people to live, and it was like a combination of a house and like a big apartment for like whatever the apartment room was in. It was like a whole house. It was like a whole house. We were on the very tippy top. We had a guy named Baba the Gaucho on the second floor, and in the very bottom was an American husband and wife. I don't know who else was like all the way at the bottom because we never went that far. Oh, you're talking about Kobe Bryant, right? Even when he was alive, you felt that way, and even when he was playing, you felt that way. I know they're overrating him now that he's dead. He was a great player and everything, but I understand what you're saying. I just hated him. I just hated him as a kid because he always would give my Spurs fits in the playoffs. Outside of '99 and '03, when we actually beat them to win our two championships. What did Carlos say? Oh, okay. Oh, come on, that's easy. Daytona 500. I went in 2012 when the jet dryer incident happened, and Montoya was my driver at the time, believe it or not. I'm not even kidding when I say that. I'm not even kidding when I say that. Oh, goodness. Here's a song NASCAR fans might know, but I got to keep the volume low so that way YouTube doesn't get me. So by that logic, I should stop picking Austin Dillon because he flew into the because of he flew into the cat fence at the same track. So that's what you're saying. That's what you're saying, J. Luke. Yeah, and, Kyle Petty got into that fight with Denny Hamlin at Dover, and he was my driver at the time too, along with Montoya because Kyle was getting ready to retire and Montoya was coming onto the NASCAR scene, and I was like 13 years old. What track record, man? What track record? And then I picked Earnhardt Sr. when I started watching. He makes it 199 laps, hits the wall, and goes up to heaven. All right, I will see you for the race tomorrow. Kobe dropped 81. But no game because fuck that. Fuck this team. Fuck this team. I'll probably do my race review outside or something. I don't know. Like, yeah. Ronnie's 2K's hairline. How you doing? Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Hell no. Fuck that guy. Yeah, I mean, he's not. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's a good artist, but he's just not a good person. That's the thing. Who's the greatest at? Okay, that one. I like splitting these questions up when I get these kind of questions. Like Richard Petty's just the king, not the goat. But the goats are Earnhardt Sr., Jeff Gordon, Jimmy Johnson, David Pearson, the Silver Fox. Those are my goats. Richard Petty is just the king, just in a league of his own as the king. Where do I rate Larry Bird? I have no idea, but if I had to pick, like I would like him put him in a two-way tie at the small forward all time list with LeBron because they were both freaks of nature in their own generations. Let me turn that down some more that way. Okay, 2% is good. This is really, really good, and I've never done this before. Most underrated driver of all time. Okay, let me see here. I would say Todd Bodine, believe it or not, because he was always like the most one of the most underrated underdogs that NASCAR's ever seen in the Winston Cup circuit. He did pretty good with garbage teams. He did pretty good with garbage teams. He won a few poles, but like, unfortunately, he could never finish the job. In like 2001, when he won all those poles, in 2002, he got booted out of the 66 because Kmart went bankrupt and they lost their sponsor before the 66 and the 26 like closed down. 26 got rebooted with Discover Card sponsorship. Todd was actually leading the Sears Point Dodge Save Mart 350. I don't know, but before he spun out coming to a restart. That kind of screwed his race up. He finished fifth in the Monte Carlo 400 that year. And I think he had actually qualified him for the Winston Noble 5 at the EA Sports 500 Talladega, where I think he got a top 10. Yeah, Trey Jones is a freak of nature, and when he gets the right amount of playing time, besides Duncan, who you think is the best Spur, Parker, Ginobili, Iceman, and Robinson. I sadly never got to see Robinson play, unfortunately. I should have into Sunday, April 2003, after the aired 499 at Talladega, but he was hurt, so therefore I didn't. I was like my only chance to see him in person, and that his injury kind of screwed that up. I'm a big fan. Well, YXA, thank you for the support. Do you think Spurs will make it past the play and Corbin? Like, I can't say no. Hell fucking no. I wish, but no. At this rate, even if we make the play in, we're not gonna get past it. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Ryan, relax. Air fryer didn't do anything. If he did, I would have said something. Chill, buddy. Okay. This song will remind me of the 2017 Brook Park Fair. When me and my mom were getting in the car, we turned on 105.7, which updated the music. Like, updated the music. Like, they don't play all the older stuff anymore. But this is what I heard on the way out of the Brook Park Fair in 2017 when, like, as soon as we turned the car on to 105.7. It was fitting. I really wanted to cry, like, waiting this song because I had so much fun that night. And I said I wish I could stay in Brook Park to see all my old friends grow. DeMar said he wants to come back to Toronto, and I can't blame him if he does. Don't worry, I hit Kevin Lewis's comments. Fuck that guy. I know some of you can still see him, but I hit it. I hit it for myself. Who's the best team right now? In the West, it's the Utah Jazz. They've surprised a lot of people, including me. They surprised a lot of people. Like, I would love to see them win it just to get the happiness Utah fans would get. Not saying it's my pick, but I just want to see like Utah fans happy for a change. Fastest lap tomorrow goes to who? Anyone but Harvick and that imposter and Brett Bodine's number. Suns are better. Yeah, they surprised a lot of people too. I didn't think they were going to be contenders either. But damn. You know, I may not even drink this. I might have to save these for tomorrow because I'm craving something fucking sweet right now. Hey, someone's blowing up my TikTok DMs. I wonder who it is. Ah, fuck, I don't have a thing for him. I might as well. Who is this? 150.gw. Anybody go by that username on TikTok by any chance? I know. He's basically this year's version of Marco. Not as bad as Marco, but still. Yeah, Utah fans are racist, but Boston fans are 100 times worse. Remember that beer the dumbass fan threw last year on, remember the extras who played Min on Barney and Friends on her birthday? Well, some dumbass fan during that game threw a beer at the Spurs bench, and out of spite because Marco was stinking up the joint like Terry Labonte. Me and a lot of Spurs fans on Twitter were saying we wish the beer had hit Marco, but that would have been funny as fuck. That would have been if it had hit Marco, I would have been okay with it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And Cash, did you see that Kaminsky acted like a bitch and, got Gorgie thrown out when the game was already over? I didn't watch that game because I was with my dad and we were at the club, for at the poker game with the police. I don't play poker, but someone who does that I don't even know that I seen on Disney Channel, the Gus de St. Jer, how the fuck you say his name. His YouTube channel is the gang. His YouTube channel is the gang. He does it with his brothers and their girlfriends, and he has a girlfriend of his own too. Olivia Sanabia was just his like on-screen girlfriend on Goose Goop and Cammy. Yeah, I know they are. They are. We're like good with ex players when it comes to Kawhi or like Bellinelli, Brent Ford. Well, for some of us, Brent Forbes and Bellinelli, but for everybody, yeah, Kawhi. No Owen, not gonna fucking happen. Sorry. The only time I listen to him is if I'm forced to, if I don't like have like if I don't I have no control of the music. If I have no control of the music. Like I have no control of the music, I have to sit there and listen. Is it a real track or is it a make believe track? J. Luke. I mean, I've been to Lorain County Speedway twice in 2016 during the 2016 NASCAR season. I think I might have skipped an Xfinity race to go there one time. I would hope so. I would hope so. Me and my dad would pay to go and watch races there. Yeah, the Knicks are really, really loyal. Like, it's good to see them happy again. Basically they were laughing stock for so many decades after Ewing retired. But like some of them are very toxic. Some of them are very toxic. I had to deal with toxic Knicks fans when we whooped their ass like that one night. And La Vida Luca torched them. Wow, Jay Luke cars will sound like they're screaming. That's unbelievable. It's probably gonna sound better than what NASCAR's got nowadays. Yeah, he was. The only reason why he got the play because the old farts were either hurt or got benched. Oh, the Pistons fans were toxic in Michigan, but it didn't bother me as much as the Cavs fans do here. Because, like I said, I wasn't born in Michigan. I was only there because my dad's job transferred us there. It's the only reason why I was even there. Okay, Lambrecht's birthday song from 2016. Let's get that going. Oh, gotta turn it down, gotta turn it down, gotta turn it down. Yeah, because when I lived in Michigan, the Pistons were really good and their fans were toxic. I wanted to go to a finals game in 2005. Like, imagine if I would have went to game 5 and 11-year-old me was in my Tim Duncan jersey and me like screaming and hollering, yee hi, pumping my face, waving my hands in the air in excitement. 11-year-old me would have had to deal with all the drunks. So I'm glad my dad couldn't afford money to afford tickets with his money. I'm glad we didn't go because the drunks would have been more of a problem as a kid than as an adult. Yeah, Halliburton would have been good for us. I have a neighbor who has that last name Mason. Yeah, we were like, was it the night the Spurs choked or was it the night before? No, it was might have been the night before. I don't know. I'll have to look on Instagram or something. But yeah, we had a good night. I met some of his friends, not the ones that were playing in the game, a basketball program. It was like the spectators. We were like using the sidewalk as our mini like grandstand. Yeah, top 7 point guard in 2 to 4 years. Oh, I totally agree. I totally agree. Yeah, that's the crickets going off in my mouth. My father absolutely hates that noise. He hates it a lot. Official Crazy Kid is here, so I barely know who that is because the name doesn't ring a bell. Yeah, I got some Ricky going, but I have to keep the music at a low rate. This is gonna be the last song I'm playing because I'm too scared. Bubble playoffs Murray was the best. And Murray, yeah, he was. I didn't even bother watching the playoffs last year because we weren't in it, and I was just glad to get the stress off my shoulders. Cash Javi said Murray is so underrated. Jamal or DeJounte. I mean, they're both good. They're both really, really good. And they both had the same knee injury that took out their seasons. Like DeJounte's took his season out before it started. That 18-19 season was supposed to be his breakout season, if we're being honest. I never even noticed. Wow. DeJounte, yeah. He has a thing for blocking fans on Twitter. So what if you have a Twitter page and you follow him, watch out. You just gotta be careful because he will block the fans. Doesn't matter who you are. So there's no like okay, this is how you proceed. Okay, J. Luke, Cash Javi, Carlos, and Crazy Kid are here. A lot of people left. But that's okay. This is my first time. Jamal after the bubble is a bit overrated. Yeah, they did forget. They did forget. He was actually getting back into his groove until that injury happened. And Derek, yeah, I know, Jay Luke, you're good. A lot of people laugh, but I'm not phased by it because this is my first live stream. I promised everybody I would do this, so here I am. Yeah, I mean, Jamal Murray was actually getting into his groove. Like if he was playing his best ball, and then bam, the injury happened. Derek White, our shooting guard, same thing. He was actually overcoming all the pain and beatings he took from the end of the bubble season last year till the beginning of this year. The toes, the COVID. He was getting back into his groove, and then the ankle injury happened. I wasn't watching the Washington game because I was actually getting ready for the Warren Day the next day. That was Tuesday. Yeah, that was Tuesday. Yeah. They forgot Jamal because he started this. Yeah, he did. He stunk up the joint like Terry Labonte. You'll have that sometimes. People sink up the joint like Terry Labonte at first, and then they turn it on like Kelly Berglund like the rest of the season. That's what I got to do too, Jar of Lube. I met Duncan in 2011. I almost said 14. 11. But 13, I met Manu. I met Bonner. I just feel bad for Bonner because he's not going to get his jersey retired for a while because Quindary Weatherspoon has it. Malik Rose, same thing. Caleb H. Diaz has his number, so those two fellas ain't getting their number retired for a while unless they leave all of a sudden. As much as I love Q, I don't want Bonner to get his jersey retired. I do not want him to leave. Who do I like better, Trey Jones or Devin Fitzell? I like Trey Jones better because of the fact he can Patty can pass the torch to him when Patty hangs it up as a Spur. Well, that's the other way around. It's like the reversal of fortune. Oh boy, you just earned yourself a damn sub. Shit. Well, I'll get you after I'm done with this. We're gonna end this at 1:30, 1:45 the earliest, 2:15, 2:30 the latest. I don't watch F1 though. I did one time though. I think I actually got up early on Memorial the day before Memorial Day in 2019, like to do oh, you're welcome, J Luke. So I got up early in 2019 to watch send me the link, Jar of Lube, so Jar of Lube, so that way I can get you after this. I won't lose you. All right, so I got up early in the morning in 2019 to watch the Monaco Grand Prix in the morning. Like I had ice cream for breakfast that day. I watched the Indy 500 in the afternoon. Salad was my lunch, and then for dinner for the Coke 600, it was hamburgers and steak with A1. That's what I did. That was the last normal year I got to do that, and I'm glad I did. Because the next year, unfortunately, I was going to do it again, but I didn't get to because of COVID, and they changed everything up because of COVID. Yeah, that was a triple race day. Those were always good days. Like I remember the 2011 one when like just like an Indy, the leader in turn four, Charlotte did not make it to the flag. Both with JR and the National Guard on the car. That was a day I'll probably remember forever. Oh, what? Okay, I know Winston Cup is tomorrow, and IndyCar, two IndyCar races. Where are they racing again? IndyCar tomorrow? I forget. I know today they raced at Texas, but oh yeah, but fuck that track. Fuck that track. Okay, now I'm done with the music before I get busted. All right, let me link the gram into the chat here. Hold on. Here's the gram. Here's the gram. Oh, good grief! I won't be watching that shit, even if it was at night, because I fucking hate that track. I hate that track with the burning passion. Like fuck Texas Motor Speedway. Oh, then let me pin the Twitter too. Hold on. Sorry, I had a hiccup there. That was my fault. Oh, Julian, how are you? Like, how did that race go? How did that race go? Oh fuck, I can't pin that one, but I can't pin two of them, so it's either one or the other. Well, it's in there if you guys wanna scroll up and get it. Twitter and Instagram is in there. Twitter and Instagram is in there for those who don't have me on either one of those yet. Yep, I got two quicks follow, but not from his personal account, but from his like to quick like his YouTube like his public account. Okay. What was late, J. Luke? I wasn't. What was the race that you're talking about, J. Luke? That was lit. That was lit. I I can't. I didn't. I wasn't paying attention to what I was saying. So um. Oh, I showcased that on TikTok, Cash Javi. Oh, Lizzy Greene on Nicky Ricky. Well, that show is the reason why I like A Million Little Things, but unfortunately, I didn't get too much time with it. I didn't get too much time with it because by the time I started watching it, it was too late. Same thing with the Thundermans. Yeah, but okay, let me get this. Let me get this. Fuck. Oh, I'm already subscribed. I just wanted to check. I just wanted to check. Okay, I didn't know. Okay, I'm already subscribed, Jarv Luke. I did. I just. Oh, it was when we beat the Wizards. It was when we beat the Wizards. Yeah, I was when we beat the Wizards, Cast Javi. I hope IndyCar goes. I hope NASCAR goes back there. I was fortunate enough to go to the 2016 Tropicana 400 chase race there when Nickelodeon was in town to like do their like little temporary Nick sports show, which is basically a kids version of what they have on the Stupido Pendejo network, Sports Center. But you know what IndyCar race was. You know what IndyCar race was lit though? The 2013 finale at California Speedway. The 2013 California Speedway IndyCar finale. That one was really lit. Everybody was crashing, and my voice got a workout to the point where my throat was killing me because I already did a lot of screaming at the truck race at Talladega earlier that day when they all wiped out coming to the checkered flag and Miguel Paludo went on his roof. And Ty Dillon had that race won until his pit crew fucked it up like Fabricio Oberto. Because Ty Dillon always seems to run so well at Talladega whenever he's given the right car and the right equipment. Like, it was amazing how most of the time he would always be able to avoid the big one and almost actually win the race. It's like in that 13 car, he had so much get away from him. How many races? Like, I know 2017 Dover, the MBNA 400, where Johnson won his last race. That should have been Ty Dillon's first win. 2017 Coke Zero 400, or I still call it Firecracker 400. That also should have been Ty's first win. I would actually, yeah, Rick Allen was yelling, they're rolling behind them. And I was down here watching that show, that race, the 2017 Firecracker 400. And I'm down here going all crazy. I'm getting ready to celebrate, and my grandmother's trying to like upstairs trying to brace herself the same way my dad was trying to brace myself in the Sandhurst basement with game 6 of the 2013 finals. But then when Larson got launched in the air by Stenhouse and the caution came out, Ty lost that race because of it. Okay, Jar Lube, we'll see you during the race tomorrow. But if Larson hits the catch fence the way Austin did in 2015, that fence would not have been repaired in time. They would have called that race, and Ty would have been declared the race winner. That's exactly what would have happened if things would have went differently. And I think there was another race. I think wasn't okay. There was it was one down here. There was one down here. I had one on my mind, but then I forgot it. Fuck. Oh no, it was not here. It was on Sandhurst. Yeah, I had a friend come over like to watch that 2013 the 2018 one. Yeah, the 2017 one too was nuts, and that should have been Ty's first win if Larson actually hit the catch fence to the point where it was damaged beyond repair and not be able to be repaired in time. Not saying I wanted him to hit the catch fence, considering I used to hate him back then, but Larson fan or not, if he hits the catch fence, that race gets called to because of it, and Ty's declared the winner. But no, the 2013 Drive for Co-PD 300 at Daytona, when Larson actually did hit the fence in the Xfinity car, I had a friend come over for that race. When I lived on Sanders. We watched it in the basement. My dad was watching the same thing upstairs. And when the crash happened and the Larson got airborne and in the fence, we all screamed at the same time. My dad was upstairs screaming, and my friend and I were screaming in the basement. And we were freaked out by that. Good night, Carlos. I'll see you during the race tomorrow. But we all screamed in the Sandhurst house at the same time in two different places of the house because that's how scary that wreck was. Oh, so did I. All my family went to bed. That was my first year living here. Austin hit the cat fence. I ran upstairs to get my dad as I'm crying like a little fucking bitch. Okay, thanks, Cash Chaffee. Anyway, Instagram here or both. But I was crying like a little bitch because I never had a driver I like a NASCAR flip like that. Like flip at all, period. And so instead of just waking up my dad, I ended up waking up the whole family because I was fucking crying. Because it was basically my driver flipping into the fucking fence. My dad eventually did get up to like turn on the news, the ESPN to see what happened. And he was actually surprised that I was actually right. And then when I finally went to bed, I could not go to fucking sleep because that's how terrified I was. I was scared with Newman too. I actually thought he was dead. I actually had to go run upstairs to my room because I was scared to be down here. I was fearing the fucking worst, and I kept refreshing my Twitter feed when I had my old account. I was refreshing over and over, like, is he okay? Is he dead? Is he alive? Like, oh God. All right, thank you. Here, let me pin Twitter too. Hold on. This was the account that I had to create a day before COVID happened. Okay, Twitter's up there. Everyone got scared when the announcers and everybody was acting strange. Oh, me and my dad would stay up for night races as a kid. The only time I was allowed to stay up at night as a little kid, and if it was a race on. And I remember, let me see if I can demonstrate it for you guys. Hold on. Okay, hang on. This was 7-year-old me. I'm in the Lenore house and that night for the Firecracker 400. Junior wins that race. My dad is sitting in the chair. I'm sitting in the middle of the floor in the living room, and this is exactly how I reacted while I was crying my eyes out. Yeah, like that. No, it's that body gesture Crash Bandicoot does in Crash 3 when you lose the motorbike race and like before he gets sucked into the warp ball to go back to the warp room. What's up? Oh, hey, Jared. Yeah, this guy is a really kind-hearted person. Jared Fuller. He cares about a lot of people. He's like on Twitter. He's a really nice guy on Twitter. You should subscribe to him. Yeah, I know I do. I'm happy with what I got though, considering a lot of my followers include actors I see on TV. It's amazing how these actors I see on TV have never met me in person but know who I am because I watch I watch their shows almost every season, every year, every day, every week. They love it. Some of them don't accept their fans on Facebook, so if you try to add your favorite actress or actor on Facebook, do not be surprised if they don't add you back, because they like, some of them like to keep it private for like people they know personally, like their friends, their family, and people they worked with in shows. Thank you, Leonardo Ramirez. Yeah, Tony Stewart got black flagged in that race. My grandfather was a Tony Stewart fan, my mom's dad, and he barely remembered that because he probably went to sleep. And when we went, well, in the Sandhurst house where we were living on Lenore, and I was telling him how he ignored the black flag and got pushed to the back of the lead lap, and how a reporter came to interview him about that, and and Tony kicked the tape recorder away. Oh, I cuss all the fucking time, Jared. So you're good. Send me the link. I don't want to exit out and then like try and lose the stream. My dad taught me how to cuss when I was 4, so it's all good in the neighborhood. Send me the link on Instagram, Jared, or Twitter or whatever. What was the worst race I've ever seen? There's a lot of those. I would have to say the 2008 Brickyard for 100. My dad, 14-year-old me, and my dad were fucking mad. Like every 5 laps, a tire kept blowing. The UAW GM Quality 500 2005, same fucking thing. This one was even worse because it was at night. My grandfather had to go to bed because he couldn't watch it no more. He couldn't stand it. It's like all the contenders were blowing every time someone got in the lead. Every like at 5-10 laps later, they blew a tire, hit the wall. My grandmother and I didn't know we're like, when is this shit gonna fucking end? And my favorite driver at the time, Kyle Petty, avoided all the trouble and got a 13th place finish because all the contenders all wiped out in crashes because of multiple tire failures. Yeah, the fall Talladega race, the EA Sports 500. I was expecting a good one out of that, but I'm glad I missed half of that one because I know that race was like the Talladega version of the 2000 Daytona 500. Like Stuart Haas ran away with the whole thing. Okay, someone asked me KG or Dirk. I would say Dirk because KG is a good player, but like Kanye, he ain't a good person because he always disrespected Tim Duncan on the court. Yeah. I mean, when they were playing in the games, he would always trash talk to him. That's the thing. And one time on Mother's Day, he told him because Duncan's mother died on his 14th birthday. Kevin Garnett one time told him, "Happy Mother's Day, motherfucker." That's what Kevin Garnett said to Tim Duncan in a Spurs Timberwolves game on Mother's Day. I read that article somewhere. I did. Some kid in the neighborhood asked me if I heard that story, considering the kids in the neighborhood know how much I love the Spurs and Tim Duncan. I said, "Yep, I don't think I watched that game live. I don't remember watching that game live, but I heard the story." I do remember a Spurs game that I didn't watch live the day I turned 6, February 15th, 2000, Spurs versus Cavs. I didn't even go to that one because one, I had just moved to Michigan. Two, we didn't get the games over there at the time. And not like it mattered because the Spurs lost that game. Yeah, I wish KG would have won a title in Minnesota, honest to God. And I wish Paul Pierce would have stayed his whole career in Boston. I remember how dejected he was when he had to leave Boston. He was so inspired by Duncan, Dirk, and Kobe to stay with one franchise your whole career. That's what he wanted to do, but he had no choice. I liked Paul Pierce as a Celtic, but when he moved on to other teams, it just didn't feel right. It was like every time I watched the Celtics after he left, I would think of him. But yeah, because it's like whenever I watched the Timberwolves after before Garnett came back in 15-16, I would think of him that way too. Like the first year Duncan was gone in 16-17, I would think of Duncan himself. But even if I was a Spurs fan, I would have done the same thing. Yeah. Paul Pierce would have to be my favorite Celtic of all time if I had to pick a team that's like who is my favorite player of all time from a team other than the Spurs. And there's so many of those. Oh, career wise, Duncan impact-wise, Kobe, because Duncan you never saw in too many TV shows or in too many movies like Kobe, unfortunately. If Kobe and Duncan actually switched careers team-wise, Duncan would have been more popular. Because LA is like more is like a bigger market than San Antonio, if we're being honest. But yeah, I'm like 50-50 about wanting to live in California. The good is like all of my celebrity friends are there, but the baddest people are fucking assholes, especially Lakers and Warrior fans. Some of them are actually chill, but a lot of them are fucking toxic and will probably hurt you and throw shit at you, give you the finger if you're wearing the opposing team's jersey. What all of you guys? Who's all of you guys? I don't know what the hell you're talking about. I would say Miami because it's less fucking toxic with the basketball fans down there. Because fuck California. The only good thing about California is the actors that are in the TV shows I love. Okay, that's a late notification I got on TikTok. I don't know how. Okay, I was confused there. You should have been more explicit about that, man. But it's all good. It's all good. Antoine Walker was a good Celtic, but I remember how they actually they. Oh, I swear on Twitter all the time. Like my celebrity friends and like even the child actors, they don't give a shit because they're so used to me. Like Mitch Berg from Side Hustle, he doesn't care that I swear. Jaden Bartell doesn't care that I swear. None of the Nickelodeon kids care that I swear. The Disney Channel kids are the same way. They don't give a shit if I swear. Okay, but I'm going to answer Julian's question. Antoine Walker actually came back to the Celtics in 04-05, but unfortunately they didn't get that far. They lost in the first round to the Ron Artest-less Pacers because remember Artest didn't get to play in the playoffs because he got sidelined for the brawl in Detroit right like 2 days before the Ford 400 Nextel Cup finale at Homestead. The same day the Truck Series had their finale when Artest got suspended. I remember the next day, my smoking hot I had a smoking hot babysitter back when I was 10, and she came over to babysit, and I would make her watch NASCAR or Game Show Network back then, and so therefore, I made her watch Homestead qualifying one time, and Kyle Petty was slow as dog shit because he was my driver, and when people laid a faster lap times than him, I knew from the get-go before they showed the DNQs, I knew he wasn't going to be in the show on Sunday. So therefore, his season ended early, 2 years in a row. 2003, it was like a hit in the gut because I wasn't paying attention to qualifying. But 2004, I made sure to watch qualifying that next year. And it was like it kind of softened the blow the next year. Malice at the Palace. My dad got pissed at me every time I brought it up because he got tired of hearing about it. Icy Blue, I already had this discussion long time ago. Like when I'm gonna like post a replay of this stream that way you'll know what I said. Yeah, the older game shows are better. Classic Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy were always my go-to on Game Show Network, which is the reason why in the summertime, Monday through Friday, I would get up early in the morning to watch the 88-89 season of Wheel and the 97-98 season of Jeopardy. And if it was like if it was the weekend, it would always be during the school year and during the summertime, even during the weekend, because I loved Game Show Network back then. It was actually worth watching. Heck, it was worth watching at the time. All right, Seb, I'll see you on during the race tomorrow. I don't know if I'll stream during the race though, because yeah, the 70s version of Match Game is why I know of Match Game in the first place. I do love it with Alec Baldwin though. Alec Baldwin is funny as fuck. I know some people don't think the opposite, but that's the only Match Game I'm gonna grow up with as an adult because I only knew of Gene Rayburn's because of GSN. Because when Gene Rayburn was originally on, I wasn't alive. And he died when I was like 5 years old. So I never got to meet the man because, I was a little kid and I barely knew him. The Michael Larson episodes of what, J. Luke? I know Jeopardy doesn't feel the same without Alex. I almost started fucking crying when he was diagnosed with the cancer initially in 2019, and I wanted to cry so bad when the day he died, but I couldn't because I had a race to watch, and one, it didn't feel like a season finale. It felt like a regular race because Phoenix, and two, I didn't have the energy to watch because I was thinking about Alex Trebek. Yeah, Gene Rayburn. Alec Baldwin when he used to do Saturday Night Live. He was always drunk during Saturday Night Live. On that game, they don't allow him to drink. They have to they have to behave. Okay, I see Blue. I'll see you during the race tomorrow. Oh yeah, press your luck. Yeah, Peter Tamarkin was the best, but Elizabeth Banks is smoking hot. Yeah. I love Elizabeth Banks' version. Dude, that's the only way I can grow up with Pressure Luck nowadays. Because when Peter Tamarkin was originally on, I wasn't alive, and I only knew of it because of GSN in 2003. Because when we first got GSN, Pressure Luck wasn't on there. How many times are we getting asked this question? I already discussed about the Ray Allen shot. Like I already discussed my reaction, people. Yeah, that's why I'm posting the live chat replay for that way you guys know. Yeah, Colton, yeah, yeah. I'm the same way with the Warriors now, considering that they're trying to like get climb back and climb back into like NBA contention. Remember the show called Yeah. And do you know something about the Joker's Wild? About the video game? There was a Philips CDI version, one for adults with Wing Martindale, one for kids with Mark Summers. And for the adult version, CDI was actually very, very close to bringing the original host, Jack Barry, back from the dead, considering he died way before the game came out. But the producers thought, no, that's going to be fucking weird, so let's not do that. But they almost did do it. He almost did do it. They did think about it. Like for my Lab Rats fan fix, if I was gonna write, I was thinking about a Wheel of Fortune episode where I bring Charlie O'Donnell back from the dead or something like that. Kind of like what Phillips almost did with the CDI version of Joker's Wild. Yeah. Oh, hello, PM. That I don't know why your name's that, but whatever your real name is, hello. Well, Colt, you guys are probably going to win that game anyway because the only way we're going to win if we play each other in the plane is a fucking miracle or something. Oh, I never knew that. I never saw the Joker's Wild. I never played the video game either. If I had a Philips CDI, I would. Okay, okay. I was just making sure, PM. Yeah. Excuse me, but what was it? Oh yeah. Also, they were supposed to come out with Wheel of Fortune and The Price is Right for the Philips CDI, but unfortunately they canceled it. And as a Wheel of Fortune fan, I kind of made me sad because I would have bought it in Jeopardy if Wheel of Fortune for the CDI actually got made. And you know something weird about Jeopardy for the CDI? Oh, before I get to that, yeah, DeMar was robbed of the All Star game, but I knew he wasn't going to make it no matter what. And Steven Jackson was actually a Spur before he was a Pacer or a Warrior. But, something weird about the Philips CDI Jeopardy game, I love Charlie O'Donnell so much for his work he did on Wheel of Fortune. I miss him terribly. But it confuses me why he got the announcing duties on the Philips CDI Jeopardy game instead of the actual show's announcer, Johnny Gilbert. I've always wanted to know why that was a thing. Only Phillips would know. Only Phillips would know because that game's from 1995 when I was a year old. Oh no, they never will. I was sad too. I was sad when Alex Trebek died too. I was even more sad when Charlie O'Donnell died in 2010, a day after Halloween when I was 16 or going on 17. So like Jim Thornton will never fill Charlie O'Donnell's shoes ever. I wanted to see Alex Trebek go out and retire as host of Jeopardy, and Johnny Gilbert to go with them. And I was hoping, I was hoping to see Charlie like be on Wheel of Fortune today. Like when Pat and Vanna retired, Charlie goes with them. That's what I wanted to see happen on Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune. Unfortunately, we didn't get that with either show. Yeah, I never met Alex Trebek or Charlie O'Donnell, but those two were my main men. Those two were my main men on the host side on Jeopardy and the announcer side on Wheel of Fortune. Because the house on 122nd before in the late 90s actually came with an Alex Trebek podium. And me and my mom and sister would go to the mall to shop for all that thought. Oh, yep, that's the only way I knew Family Feud because of Richard Dawson and Ray Combs on GSN when I was little, back when that channel was actually worth watching. Because in 2003, I would turn on GSN at 5 o'clock in the afternoon to watch Family Feud with Richard Dawson at 5:30 and Ray Combs at 5:30. I would turn it off and go back in my bedroom to watch Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy syndication. And then I would come out like to watch Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, Lingo, and Match Game at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and 10 o'clock at night. And then I would go to bed after that to go to school the next morning. That's how my 2003 schedule used to go in the early part of the 03-04 season. Yeah, Trebek was goaded, and so was O'Donnell in the announcer's booth on Wheel. I mean, Jim Thornton's a nice guy, and he friended me on Facebook, but he's never going to fill Charlie O'Donnell's boots, ever. Yeah, I heard that story, and it was like right after Richard Dawson came back. I mean, although Richard Dawson's version, a second version, had ended by then, so I don't blame Ray Combs for like doing what he did, but at the same time, it was sad what happened. Like, yeah, I don't understand. I don't realize what made him so depressed, though. That's the only thing I don't know. I stopped watching Millionaire when the moment Regis left because I didn't like Meredith Vieira because I got so used to Regis. When Charlie O'Donnell died, I stopped watching Wheel of Fortune because I like Jim Thornton, but Charlie O'Donnell's voice gave me a lot of excitement. Like if I was in the studio with him, say Jack and White. Who should win MVP? I really don't give a shit at this point. Let him have it. Yeah, it's always sad to see and the announcers too. Yeah, I never met Regis Trebek or O'Donnell, but those two I loved them so much because those three I mentioned loved them so much because they would fill up my living rooms every single night, whether they were new episodes or just simply GSN reruns. That's what I got so used to. I got so used to Charlie on Wheel of Fortune that it was so hard for me to get used to Jim Thornton announcing. That's why when I do my Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune fan recreations, we're gonna do our own boots of the original host and announcer. So we're gonna have a Trebek on Jeopardy. It'll probably be me when I do that first. And when I get enough money to get all this Wheel of Fortune homemade stuff against Gareth, me, I'll be Jack. My girlfriend will be Vanna, and I don't know who's gonna be Charlie. That's the announcer. That's the one we're gonna fill. Not Jim Thornton, but Charlie. Yeah, Johnny Gilbert, thankfully, is still alive. He's like 96, but no wheelchair, no walker, no cane, no rocking chair, none of that shit. He's in good condition. Rod Roddy from The Price is Right was 2003. I remember watching him. Remember Johnny Olson before I was alive? Yeah. Yeah, I love the reruns too. Fuck the new episodes. Because do you know what else I miss about Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune more than Trebek and O'Donnell? The closing logos that appeared at the end. Remember Columbia TriStar Television, the Torch Lady on the left, the Pegasus on the right, and then the King World Spotlights logo, which later changed to Star Shooter. I miss that. Other than Trebek O'Donnell, I miss Columbia TriStar Television and King World. I don't like the newer logos at all. I'm so used to Columbia TriStar and King World. Hey, Jamil, Lil Millie. I remember I recognize you from TikTok because you've been like commenting a lot of my stuff. Tim Duncan needs more respect. Yeah, the only reason why he doesn't get that respect because he wasn't flashy. Because everybody expects every single player to be flashy, but it's not. You can't always get what you want. Yep, Johnny Olsen. Yep, I remember hearing Johnny Olsen on Match Game when they played it on GSN. Yeah, the gold sponsors. Yeah, Columbia TriStar would produce Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy, and King World distributed it. I wish we could have a time machine to go back in time and like we don't have to be our kid selves no more. And like in that time, we can still be our current selves and like see the old logos like in the old reruns and the old Game Show Network pre 2004 as an adult. I'm like, man, this is so cool. I've actually had dreams about like old Game Show Network where we get the old Game Show Network back the way it was in from 2000 to 2003. And like I'm thinking I'm like it's on my TV again. I keep thinking it's on my TV again. I'm all excited. I'm watching old ass Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune from the 80s and 90s, and I wake up back in reality in my bedroom like, oh come on. Like I hate those kind of fucking dreams. Like this is what we're fucking used to. It's like wait until these kids nowadays grow up to the point where like when they're what they're growing up with now, they all go away and they're gonna start dreaming about it too. Yeah, false hope is the worst. Yeah. Did I went to the party? What the hell are you talking about? Are you talking about the after party? This is the after party for Lizzy Greene. I know it's not all crazy and shit because none of the drivers I like won, even though John Hunter at first should have won, and then Zane should have won, and then it was caution after caution. But what party? Okay, let me see if I can post this on Instagram now. Hold on. God, this thing. Oh, you lucky bitch. I wish that was me. I'd be going crazy if that were me. Yeah, incompetence. I think Zane was going to win that race on the first overtime restart if that caution didn't come out. I had the video ready. I had like the sexy back video ready and shit. I'm getting ready to like go wish Lizzie Greene a happy birthday and scream and shit. And then the Stuart Friesen had to bring the fucking caution out when Zane was getting ready to win the fucking race. I would have been freaking out if that were me. On like meeting Lizzie Greene in person. Hold on, I'm sorry if I'm not talking. I have to post this on Instagram. Wait. Oh my goodness, how lucky! I wish a lot of them would come to Ohio, like we know, so I can beat them. Oh, Leonardo, fuck yeah! Like they're soft now. It's like back in like prime Duncan days, washed up Robinson, young Mark Parker, and Manu. You could get away with little stuff. Nowadays, you barely touch someone, it's a fucking foul. Okay, I gotta hold on a second. Hang on, hang on. Oh yeah, okay. I know it's almost the one. Okay, flagrant two for being within two field. Yeah, bullshit. Yeah, 1:45, 15 minutes. I'm gonna end it so that way I can have more time to like chill and everything before I have to go to bed for the race. Last call. I'm gonna make Paul to dub this the last call. Okay, who else am I missing? Okay, hang on. Tyler Cody. Uh Yeah, I know. Bullshit, Leonardo. I don't fucking blame you there for feeling that way. Like shit, you. It's like you can't even joke around with your buddies on the court, even if they're on the opposing team, goes to fucking tee you up for that. Are we missing anybody in this tag? Hold on. Trying to think. Who did we tag last time? Oh, we got him. 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 Okay. Rest are soft. Yeah. Hopefully tomorrow, if Austin has a shot, then yeah, hopefully. Good night, PM. All right, Colton. Yeah, Pop. I don't care how long it is, as long as he's gone. I love him and everything, but it's time for him to go. Time for his ass to go. All right, we're going. Yeah, I gotta mute that. Hold on. Well, I know people still say Phil Jackson, but like, no, fuck Phil Jackson. It's Pop. Because Phil Jackson. The only reason why he got 11 rings was because Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Chicago, Shaq, and Kobe. Pop, yeah, Pop. Had 22 years of excellence. Like Phil Jackson didn't have that. He had a few years of excellence, then dog shit years. Pop up until like the race last 3 years never had a dog shit season. Even when he didn't win the championship, he had years of excellence. All right, Jay Luke, I'll see you tomorrow for the raid. It's going to be crazy. Wait, did we post this shit to Twitter yet? You know what? Fuck it. It don't matter. It don't matter. I will I will share the link to Twitter to the A Million Little Things cast. Okay, I wonder what the subject will be, Jared. I doubt I'll be there, but I hope it goes well as this one did. Oh, shut the fuck up. I hope not. I hope not. Fuck Dennis. Yeah, the imposter and Brett Bodine's number. I know Brett Bodine wasn't that good, but at least he's a better cop person than that douchebag who drives that number now. Oh yeah, thank you. That's behind the TV. Yeah, the TV that I almost broke. The TV that I almost broke. when Ty Dillon lost the 2017 MBNA 400. And when the Spurs had that 32-point choke job the other night, I felt like Michael McSwain when he punched the pit wagon after Ricky Rudd lost that same race with the loose wheel. Yeah, when the Spurs had the choke job, I wanted to punch the wall the same way Michael Fatback McSwain punched the 28 Haviland pit wagon at Dover. Yeah, and my mom was shocked when I told her tonight after she got home from being with friends that I was skipping the game tomorrow, and she doesn't blame me because you see, um, I'll get that thought. Hold on a second, but I don't have a favorite IndyCar driver. I'll watch every once in a while, but I'm not big into it. But like what did they say? Oh yeah, my dad. He's lived longer than me. He's like in his 60s. He's used to losing, so he can handle it all he wants without getting mad. Um, no, I haven't, but I still follow them on Facebook, buddy. I still follow them on Facebook. But like my dad can handle. Like my dad's a Tigers fan, and the Tigers have been sucking ass for decades now since the end of the 2000s. So he's used to it, so he can handle it. You know, Right, I was about to say that. Yeah, I'm 27, so I'm still relatively young. I've only gone for one sports team my whole life, and every year they were always winning. And then 2017, 18, 19, they started falling off a cliff. So this is where I get mad because I'm not fucking used to it. Like my dad is, and his nephew, his which is my 37-year-old cousin. His nephew. He's a Bulls fan. He's a lifelong Bulls and Michael Jordan fan. So after the Bulls fell off and everybody left and left Ron Harper hanging, it's like he got even. I'm pretty sure he didn't like it at first, but then he eventually got used to it. So eventually I'll get used to it. But right now, this fucking sucks. This fucking sucks because I've never been so angry and frustrated and stressed with this team. Like, and then one of the neighbors down the street over in turn one in the corner house on the opposite side of my house is the son. The son is actually going to help me get over my fear of dogs. So in case I ever if I ever eventually get over the whole fear, I can actually buy one hopefully. So I accepted the challenge. So I'm gonna see how it turns out. Even if but just make one thing clear. Even if I got over my fear of dogs completely, the one fear of dogs breed I'm never gonna get over is Dobermans because fuck that breed. I call them demon dobies, and that's what my neighbor, the crotch of doom, has. Dave Baker. He's in turn one across from where the newer neighbors are at. On the daughter, the 8-year-old daughter, has a YouTube channel. She fucking hates that dog. Oh yeah, she hates that dog. Not the only one who hates that dog. She hates that dog too. She went to knock on the front door to see if, the Peyton was home, but the youngest. But when she heard Demon Dobie barking, she turned around and just started running away. Like I don't blame her. I would have ran away too because I'm never knocking on that guy's front door because if I do, I'm afraid when they answer it, the Demon Dobie's gonna run out the door and eat me alive. One time, the owner said not to open the gate while the dog was out there because he said his dog was gonna have a Mark sandwich for dinner, and he was right. All right, C3AS got 6 minutes left. So I hated the Lakers as a kid growing up because they would always beat the shit out of us every year in the playoffs outside of 99 and 03. But as I got older, I began to appreciate them more. But I do remember 2013, though, where we went at it for the last time. 19-year-old me still hated Kobe as a player. And, well, I said it wouldn't have made a difference had he played and not gotten hurt. But now that I'm older, and I still would be saying this even if he were alive. I would have said that it would have been nice to see Timmy and Kobe duke it out in 2013 for the last time if he didn't get hurt. But, that was like an easy cakewalk first round because he was hurt. But, hey, a win's a win, so I'll take it. Yeah. So we get 5 minute warning. 5 minute warning. So is there anybody else have any final questions before we get the hell out of here? And then this Lizzy Greene after party. Bobby Labonte 18th birthday after party. Yeah, it was sad that he died. I remember the story of where I was because my dad had just dropped me off back here at my house for a Spurs Raptors game we were supposed to hold against the Raptors that day. And so, but it was an afternoon game, so I ran into my bedroom before this happened. I get my phone out. I put on Ricky Martin, Living La Vida Loca in Spanish. I put my phone on my dresser. I'm getting my workout, my exercise before the game so I can be all ready, win or lose. And so when I went to sit down to take a break, I go on Facebook. My cousin, which is on my mom's side of the family, Danielle was the first one to share it. And she she thought it was a hoax too, kind of like I did. So I was looking everywhere to see what was going on and see if it was real or not. But then when a legit news source confirmed it, I just wasn't believing it. I just wasn't believing it, and adding fuel to the fire 4 days later wasn't helping anything either. John Andretti, I have an Andretti diecast. Let me show you. I have a lot of them. I have lots of Andrettis. The number 43 Cheerios Dodge Intrepid for Penny Enterprises. This man right here, he died 4 days after Kobe after a lifelong battle with colon cancer. Jaleel Millie. Well, that's going to be in the summertime. We're almost there. It's going to be here on TikTok and YouTube. It's going to happen. It doesn't matter if it's a vlog or a basketball video alone or just a video in general. It will happen. It's only a matter of time. You'll see. You'll see. And I got chicken crumbs on my phone. My mom got me Giant Eagle chicken on her way home. Oh, Nick 2K. We're almost there. So Dick 2K, I'm gonna have to do this again soon because you came in way too late. But sneak in one question before 3 minutes is up. I mean, you can only ask one question because we don't have time for multiple from you. But I'm glad you're here. But you'll get a longer time. You'll get much longer time here in the next live. I don't know when that's gonna be. So yeah. Do you have a question, Nick 2K? Only one. You can only ask one if you do. And I'm gonna put this diecast up on the shelf. Oh shit. Like when this is done, so you don't hear falling bottles. It's okay. Oh, hey, Lighthouse Sports, Ryan. This guy on TikTok always tells it like it is, whether people like it or not. He should be like an NBA commentator. This guy is like TikTok's version of Kyle Petty. Kyle Petty when he was on TNT after Benny Parsons died, and then now on NBC. He always tells it like it is, whether people like it or not. It's okay. That was my fault for posting that too late because TikTok has not TikTok. Instagram has a stupid tagging policy nowadays where you can't tag people too fast. How do I feel about the Mavericks moving into the 5th seed? That doesn't really faze me, but that could have helped. Them losing to the Lakers, could have helped us. But hey, what can you do? We can't control it. Oh, you're welcome, Ryan. You're welcome. I mean, I don't know if you ever gotten into NASCAR, but I think you would like it because I used to root for the guy who reminds me of you, Kyle Petty, and he drove the 45 car. That was supposed to be his son's ride if he didn't die in May 12, 2000 at New Hampshire in a practice crash. But anyway, 144, we got to get the hell out of here. That way I can chill for a little bit, then go to bed later. So I will see you all for the race tomorrow. One day later this year, I'm going to go live during a race, like kamikaze games used to back in the day. So therefore, you might see me get a little tail happy or tail angry, depending on what happens to any of my drivers in the series I'm watching. So, like I always end my regular videos with, have a good night tonight and a better day tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Good night, and go Austin, go.